Hello. Welcome, everyone. It is Friday. And actually, it is the first Friday of 2026. That's right, it's January 2nd, the first stream of 2026. If you are in an Eastern, if you're in a US time zone, if you were in a European time zone or farther to the east, maybe this is the second stream, because technically my previous stream went past midnight in your time zone, but for me it's the first stream. Okay, it's various things. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Stanley, Deffins, Last Abaka, Wallstarer, Duck, and Potato, and Probs Not Jack, and Namington. And I haven't seen you guys since last year. Oh my god. I haven't streamed since last year. Welcome, good enough. Also, let's see. Check out Potato drew this. Amazing. Amazing. Look at that. They got fireworks in the back. There's like the rat is there. There's fire, the marshmallow. The Christmas hat that I was wearing, I'm still wearing. I don't know when I'm gonna remove the Christmas hat. What if I just wear this all year? What if it was like, you know, like September and I'm still wearing this? What if I just never remove it? I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this in the corner. Put this here. Put that right there. Put this one, we could put it behind the chat even. Look at this. This could be behind the chat window. Just right here. Bam. Maybe like down here. Maybe like right here, perhaps. Like this. Wow, look at that. Anyway, this is today's image. It is like a winter clothing, I guess. That's cool. Anyway, you might be like, Wolfie, what's the first stream? What are we gonna do? That's right, we're gonna do the same thing as we always do. The dolls. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna show you the latest updates to my Game Boy Picross development. That's right. I showed part of this on the New Year's Eve stream, but I have had a few changes since then. Welcome Alk Chakar. I gotta get pull because there's new things. I have conflicting changes. I'm gonna reset and then I'm gonna pull the changes. Welcome Resetter, and then I'm gonna run. Check this out, guys. You would not believe the changes. We have Game Boy Color compatibility. We have options to change the color scheme and other such things. Alright, look at it. It defaults to this, but okay, check it out. We got colors. You can use you can on the top right there, you can see we can change color schemes. I have some color schemes. Thank you, Alchakar, for the large balling emote. Welcome, Carabel. Haven't watched your stream since last year. That is true. Haven't streamed all year. Haven't seen you guys since last year. Welcome to mine. Alright, now these color schemes. Check it out. Got color. We got up to several tens of colors. This one resembles a lemon. You got this one, a lot of themes. You got black and white, monochrome. You got this one, other various ones, but it's just not it though. Check it out. In the levels themselves. Whoa, Wolfie's there and he's fishing. Whoa, I discussed this already, but then in this menu you can change it like this. Could you unlock colors, or they're gonna be there? They're just gonna be there. Welcome, Xteg. They're just gonna be there. There's no reason to lock stuff behind completion. But yeah, you can change colors in this menu as well. This one's kind of like Neapolitan ice cream. This one, a bunch of options here. There's one that's like Halloween. Oh, this one's like the Jazz Cup. You guys familiar with the Jazz Cup? Jazz Cup. This one right here, the Jazz design. This one is literally, if you were thinking of drinking a refreshing beverage, you can use this color. Bunch of other ones. Check it out. This one's like greenish. Bunch of other. This one's like similar. No, this one's Halloween. If you're playing this on Halloween, you can use this color scheme if you want. It's like, whoa, it's so Christmas. And look at this. It's not even just the background. You look at the fishing rod. The fishing rod also changes based on your selected color scheme. That's right. It's dynamic. Not just backgrounds, but sprites will also be affected. What's the pencil? It's if you want to mark stuff that you've solved. If you're like, this is a 3 right here. I've already done the 3. I'm going to mark this off. Welcome, Panis. You can wrap around if you want. And then what? And then that's not it. When you hold down the button, for example, if you're marking several things and you hold the button, he starts reeling in. If you press it once, he reels like a little bit. Okay, but then it's like a fish is like fighting every single time you press a button, every time you mark something. This is the true power of the Game Boy. But that's not it. There's even more. Check it out. If you solve the puzzle, if you've solved the puzzle, wow. There's also a secret. You can also change colors while you're fishing, and then while the puzzle is being revealed, he's fishing, and then you press a button, bam, it's revealed, and then he starts waving. We got fish. The fish has been caught. It's moving around. You can change the color. The color of the fish also varies based on your color scheme, the fishing rod and the fish. So you could have a monochrome fish. You could have a blue fish, a red fish even. A bunch of options here. An orange fish, green fish. Everything has been considered. Welcome, lots of butts. What about 2 fish? No, there's only 1 fish. And then that's it. And then what? And you're like, how does he do it? How did he fit so many colors? Because when you think of the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy specifically, sprites can have a max of 3 colors, right? I know the Game Boy has 4 colors, but 4 colors is for the background. You got like a white color, a black color, and then 2 shades. But for sprites, one of the colors has to be used for transparency. If you look at this, you're like, wait a second. There's this dark red, there's this light red, there's like a red that's in between. You got a white color, you got a light blue, a dark blue. The fishing rod is its own color. Welcome, Mirkern. You know, how does he do? What the heck? How did he do that? How did he even make it such that there were like 6 colors, 7 colors even, a billion colors? Welcome, Porkfu. Well, good question. Good question. I will show you exactly the way that it's created. If I look at my code, you got this thing. We got the sprites. We got Wolfie.asprite. Now you'll notice it's been split up into multiple parts. That's right, the hair is its own thing. And look, we even have one. You're like, what the heck are these things? I will explain. Okay, check it out. We got the hair. So this color gets substituted with the dark red. This color gets substituted with the light red. This color here is the mid-tone red. But then, like, what is this? This stuff's missing. And what is this? Well, this pixel right here, which you'll remember is red, is actually this part of the tie right here. This 1 pixel. And because specifically we have openings. That's right. This 1 transparent pixel corresponds to this 1 pixel on the hair layer, which is red. And you'll remember this color. This is blue. Okay, this color is white. This color here is this light blue. And then this one becomes the dark blue. Okay, but then this color, the mouth color, also corresponds to this color, if you'll recall, is actually the light red. So once you've solved the puzzle, if you've solved the puzzle right here. Oh, this is man with hat. This is also, welcome JD. This was based on, okay, we're going over many things here. Man with Hat is very similar to Niffin Nonogram Puzzle. It's very similar, but not the same. It's like slightly different. And I was going to add this one, but then I realized that this one was actually taken from another website. This is not his own original, is not his puzzle. This was actually from Nonogram's Katana. And so I was like, I can't just take something from there. So I modified it. It's Man with Hat. Anyway, so this thing though. We can also look at the sprite viewer. Check it out. Options, sprite viewer. So you'll see here the way that they've been initialized in virtual RAM. You have the colors are set. This color here. Oh, there's also blinking. Do you notice that there's blinking? There's blinking. The blinking happens every few frames. The fish is here. Anyway, the way that the colors work. Yeah, this is here. So this opening is the mouth. Because in the previous stream that I showed this, the mouth was actually the wrong color because I had it colored differently. But now I have it transparent. So now it lines up here. And then you'll notice, like, specifically how this is set up is that the waving frames, the hand does not go beyond this part of the. You'll notice that the sitting is offset, right? The hair is here. And you're like, Wolfie, why don't you simply just have this thing like in the middle to align with the hair? That's because Game Boy has things broken up into tiles. And you'll look at if you look at the tile map here, the tile set, the loaded tiles. Tile viewer. Where's the tile viewer? Tile viewer. It's not there. Where is it? Guys, I don't even. There it is. It's right here. Notice that every one of these frames is not repeated, despite the fact that they're present in multiple frames. The fact that the waving hand is only on this bottom left frame, bottom left tile, means that we can isolate the frames. Okay, this is changing. We don't need to copy the tiles for this thing because this thing's the same. It doesn't change. It literally doesn't change. And then the eyes, right? The eyes, we have like this one thing which is common between all of them. It gets to be reused. Check this out. This is used one time. And then this one. And then you'll notice the reeling animation, right? When he does this, the changes are only in this tile. So these are all here. And then while you're reeling in, it will simply just cycle between these. But then the rest of them stay the same. So we have efficient usage of tile data. Because if I had any more, we would not fit anything else in there. We only have 2 more tiles to work with. We fit these, align them in such a way. Same thing with the fish. The fish is only animated on the right side. This part right here. The fish is isolated on the bottom right tile. And so despite it being animated, this stuff stays the same. When is the GBC port of VSQ? I've been talking about it. I don't know. It feels like a lot of effort. Anyway, fishing rod, blinking, and then the blinking. You'll notice the blinking is the same as the other one. It has the same kind of animation, right? But then like, oh, this is the only part that's different. And so when he's blinking, all I do is I swap this tile with this one, and everything else can stay the same. So look at that. Every once in a while he blinks. And how does he do the blinking? You might think you just want like a timer, you know, a timer that's like, oh, if this thing, then blink. Well, I actually use a bit mask. Welcome, Taffy. Puzzle, it's in puzzle.c. Blink. Blink, look at it, what the frick is this? Wolfie, what is this weird situation? Well, we take the system time, which increases by 1 every frame, and then we bitwise and it with this bit mask, and so we take these, and then he blinks for this many frames, if it's equal to this. So I don't know how to calculate how often this is, but there's like, you know, there's some logic here to determine blinking. He blinks for like 8 frames every 60 something frames. Every like 100 something frames, 200, 250 something frames, I don't know. There isn't an actual wall feed. No, there is. He's living in virtual RAM. Right here. Anyway, what else do I have going on? Most of the cool stuff is here. And then, okay, we have this palette changing. On the title screen, we have a running wall feed, which is implemented with a very similar setup. We take the hair from the first one, and then we just overlay the running sprite. And you'll notice this gap here is simply so that you can use this thing. Oops. I just rotated a pixel. So you can rotate, you can have this image can be seen through this. Realizing after almost 4 years that your model doesn't blink, I blink. Look at this. Wait. Look, I blink. I totally blink. It just doesn't detect it very well because maybe my room is really dark. Anyway. Yeah, he's running. I might add some more animation here so that maybe he's not just like running in place, he can be like running from side to side perhaps. Another thing about the Game Boy though, that you might not have considered, is that if you're running a game on the real Game Boy, the Game Boy doesn't have a backlight. So it's actually way duller than you would see on a real Game Boy. And so a lot of emulators have color correction settings. You'll notice if I turn off the color correction, oops, Game Boy color correction, if I disable it, it's like much brighter. It's much brighter. If you're playing it on a ROM or like an emulator that doesn't have color correction, some of these colors look pretty bad. Like this is actually one of the default color schemes on the Game Boy. If you'll remember, Game Boy Color default colors. If you play a non-Game Boy Color game on a Game Boy Color, and you press like the up, left, right, or whatever buttons, they have different color schemes. And this is actually one of the default ones. It looks quite bad if you don't have color correction. Let's see, where do I find it? Where are the colors? Colors, color palettes, please. There's no color palette. It is right here. Right, if you press these buttons, you get these colors. This is one of the default ones, which I think actually looks quite nice. In this mode, it looks pretty bad, but with the real Game Boy Color colors, it looks pretty good. The Halloween one looks very bright. As far as my favorite color schemes that I've added, I think this is like the green one from the regular Game Boy. I am a fan. I think this one looks pretty good when you're in color correction mode. Check this out, guys. Check it out. That looks pretty nice. Which other? This one's kind of nice. I don't know. There's some nice ones. Which one? Which one? They got like this one. Some of them look nicer in puzzle screen. Like this green looks pretty nice. Some options. Various options. I think this one looks pretty good as well. Anyway, a bunch of things. What else have I added? There's like a lot of stuff. A lot of changes made since last time. Since last year. Whoa, I haven't played this all year. I've actually also been playing the levels off stream. I've actually played through all of my levels that I've added to the game so far. And some of them are pretty hard. There are quite a few that require contradiction strats. But generally, they don't take that long. Usually under 10 minutes. There was like one that took maybe like 20 minutes. One that maybe took like 15. But the rest of them were like, you know, 5 to 7 minutes. I think I've also added some off stream since the last time I streamed this. Let's see, what was this one? Biking, a cyclist. God, okay, let me show you all the puzzles that I've added. Puzzles. Tiles, puzzle, not a sprite. Oh, I've also created a utility. I've created a utility that lets me generate text for an image. So the way I've been putting text in the game so far, I've been doing it at runtime. But there are some things that like, stuff like this, sorry, let me quit this. Stuff like this that doesn't change between screens, you could simply like hard code it in the image, which is what I've done. Let's see, if we check out level select, this stuff is literally here. I don't like at runtime, I don't go like, oh, render text here. It's literally right here. But there's no font for this. Like there is a font file, but it's just like an image. So it looks like this. But this isn't like a real font. You can't just go into Sprite and like do this. And I've been like copying and pasting these manually, and it was kind of annoying. So I was like, what if I like write a script that I give it an input string and then it generates an image. And let me see what that command is. Text to PNG. Okay. So it looks like it will look like this. Anyway, this is a lot of information. Hello. Right, this will generate an image. Oh, it's got to compile the Rust libraries. Okay, so it's there. How do I find this directory? Where is even the directory, guys? I don't even know. What if I copy it somewhere? If I copy the image that I just made, temp / out.png, and then I go to my downloads folder. Where is it? Here it is. Whoa, look at that. You can generate text. And then I just take this text and then I paste it into Sprite. It's been very useful, especially for the credits menu. Because if I had to do this in code, it'd be really annoying. You have to like align this thing, set the coordinate, draw this stuff. So I just have it in an image. It makes it easier to align stuff. So that's pretty cool. What else have I done? What else have I changed? I've added web export. That's right. Web. This was literally today. I built this today, and by built I mean I just wrote the script. Basil build. What's it called? Web. It's literally web. I'm using the GB Studio emulator thing that it uses for web exports. There's a project called binjgb, which is their emulator that they use. I've tried a few emulators that are available on the web. Some of them do not work well. For whatever reason, the timing is all messed up. When I switch like the VRAM buffers, it doesn't work well. But this one works well. And then if I actually show what it looks like on the web, the colors are slightly different. Let's see, what do I run for this? Python web server 8080. So go to cd basil bin /web, and then I run this. Okay, and then I just go to this address. Oh, this one will also play music. That's right, there's music. The music is still, at this moment, most of it is placeholder. But look, the colors also work. This one's not placeholder. This is a real song that's going to be in the game. But the other two BGMs I'm still waiting for. These are placeholders that I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to use, because I don't know the copyright situation on them. They do sound quite nice. I wish I could use them, but I don't actually know if I'm allowed to. These sound nice, but then these ones I mentioned in a previous stream. These ones are from the Taiyaki fish game. This game right here. They're from this game, and I've received permission to use them. I've asked about it. Let's see. How do I find the user? The user. They provided these free for use. They have public domain songs free for use. And I was like, hey, I would love to use this. And then they said yes. Will puzzles have default songs? It will default to one song. You can choose this thing. It'll default to whatever song you chose, which is kind of the same as how Mario's Picross and Jupiter's Picross games work. Welcome, Old Man Diabetes. When I've been playing off stream, I do listen to these quite a bit. They are nice to loop. Got this one. Got that one. You might know these songs. Everyone knows these songs. Welcome to 7. A lot of songs here. Choosing a song, well, you don't have to choose. You can choose if you don't like the default one. This one. You know this song? Everyone knows this song. Classic songs that everyone knows. Gymnopedie. BGM 6. BGM 6 from here or from here, because they're different. Mine are offset by 3 in my game. BGM 6. They're quite good. Sati. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Sati, which one? Gymnopedie. This is Chopin's Tristesse. Yes. I think got this one. Anyway, there's 8 of it. You can also turn the BGM off if you don't like it. You know, maybe you want to play your own music, just turn this off. But some nice music here. I like this one. They're all pretty good. But there are some that I didn't add because the first one and the last one from this collection are actually very repetitive, which I think is on purpose. Because the prelude only plays at the very beginning. It's quite repetitive. Also, there's like weird flickering noises. I don't know if it's an issue with the emulator. It sounds nice, but it's very repetitive. Same thing for like number 7. This one, I don't know why it sounds like this. But this one, it is also quite repetitive. So I really just added 2 through 6. I think it's a good amount of songs to have in a game. Anyway, a lot of music. A lot of music in the game. Wow. But yeah, if I check out what this looks like in like another emulator, it looks pretty bad. Let's see, how do I build it? Build.sh. Illegal option. Wait, this is a Mac specific thing. Build.sh. Is this not a thing? Oh, pipe fail. Whatever, okay, let's just do this. What the? This looks so different. What is that? Current option settings? What the? Well, anyway, it's been built. And then I copy the file over to BGB. Were you commissioning music? Yes. BGM 1 was commissioned. I'm still waiting for 2 and 3. I commissioned them like quite a while ago, but I think it's because it's like New Year's and Christmas. The guy was kind of busy, so understandable. I think this one, it's alright. It's pretty like, I feel like a lot of songs I can't listen to for a really long time on loop. This one sounds nice for a few loops, but then after that I'm like, I want to like go to these. These ones sound nice. Not to say that it's bad, it's just, these sound so much like, they're like pleasant, you know, easy listening. This one's like active listening. It's very active. Anyway, what else was I doing? Alright, I was going to show what it looks like in other emulators. So if I build the file, and then I go to like another emulator, like gameboy or something. We check out what it looks like in this one. It looks pretty bad. Let's see, downloads. This one. Did I copy it? Did I build this? I did not build this. Let me copy it. Cannot create regular file. Okay, build Game Boy ROM. What? Excuse me. What are they talking about? What are they talking? It's literally right there. Well, this worked at some point. I don't know why it doesn't work. Permission denied. Build. Okay, what if I copy this from here? Hazelbin / Wolfie's nonograms. Okay, that works. If I load this one here. Wow, that sounds really bad. There's something about, like, I don't know, not a lot of emulators have like good timing. It sounds pretty bad in this one. There's some other ones. It sounds good in this one though, which makes sense. This is the one that GB Studio uses, and I see why they chose this one because it works pretty well. But for other ones that are available, default palette should be one that looks good whether color correction is on or off. No. Maybe. It's hard to determine which one is good. This one also has some color correction stuff built in. So this one looks pretty good, even in this one. Yeah. But okay, so for one, let's see, which Game Boy emulators have I been checking? Let me check my other browser. Game Boy emulator web. Oh, there's one that's like Boytation or something. It's called Boytation. This one here. This one looks pretty nice, but it also has some timing issues. Let's see. How do I load ROM? You got some default music playing. Here, this one. This one, there's a lot of flickering. Once I go into like an actual puzzle, the music is fine in this one, but then when you actually get into a puzzle, like this stuff happens. It's very jarring. That's because something that I've discussed some time ago, like the way that Mario's Picross does it, is that after it gets to this scan line, it switches the tile that it reads from VRAM. So by default on the Game Boy, we don't have enough tiles available to fill the whole screen. So Mario's Picross, because it needs unique tiles for this stuff, it actually switches them over. Does this emulator do the same thing with other games? I think it's because like mine does some like stuff that requires precise timing. It might with some other games. They've probably tested it. But I don't know. I haven't actually tried with Mario's Picross. I tried Mario's Picross on some other ones and it seemed to run fine. Maybe just something weird that I'm doing, but it works in the good emulators. And the good emulators, they have like unit tests that they run to make sure that they match real behavior on like a real Game Boy. So those ones pass. This one might not have run against those tests. Anyway, there's some things, various things here. Okay, so if I were to decide a default palette that looks good, this one looks pretty nice, I think. It is kind of plain though. I probably should have tested it on the non-color corrected ones. Welcome Foley. This one. Oops. I never know like what the controls are. I feel like usually like on emulators, like shift is select, enter is start, and then A and B are usually Z and X respectively. But some of them, they use like weird defaults. Sometimes it's like A, what is this? A is A, I guess. And then, okay, and this one. So this emulator doesn't have color correction. And this one looks pretty bad. I should probably test it on the other one to avoid the flickering. What was the other one called? Raspberry. I think the music in this one sounds bad. But it doesn't have the flickering. Or does it? I don't remember. I can just, whoa, that sounds so bad. How do I mute it? It's fine, you know, it's, oh. Wow. Oh, it doesn't, it's not even, it just doesn't even load. It's actually just broken. Well, let's go back to the other one then. Just deal with the flicker. I guess we can just check on the other menu. Oh no, we can check on, no, that one has color correction. Hold on. Load ROM. This one. This one looks kind of nice actually. Color 25. Oh, the issue with this one is I don't know what button is select. I wish they would tell you. Keyboard. I guess I could just do this. But I need to hold select and also write. Okay, I can click the button and press. Okay, so color 25 looks pretty good with color correction turned off. I should note this down. Color 25. And then, let's see, what else is there? This one looks alright, I think. It's kind of hard to judge though, unless you're like in a puzzle. The issue is when I'm in a puzzle, sometimes it doesn't work. This one also looks okay. Level 22, sorry, what is this one? This was color 24. 24 looks alright. This one's a little bit bright. This one looks awful. Without color correction, I mean, even with color correction, this one looks kind of bad, but I feel like it's kind of nice to put it in there as a gimmick. This one looks good. Color 17. It is kind of plain though. 12. 12 looks alright. Color 12. 11. 11 is kind of similar to 17. It's like a little bit... It's more olive than green. 9 looks alright. 4 maybe. 2 is kind of bright. Anyway, those are decisions to be made later. At some point. Color 1. Alright. Well, anyway, if they don't like it, they can simply just play it elsewhere. They can just choose a different color. Anyway, the thing also is that you can, this is also compatible with the regular Game Boy, the non-color Game Boy. Welcome, Zoli. Why are we flickering? I've explained this. It's due to the way that we're changing VRAM tiles. Does flickering happen on emulators people actually use? No, all the ones that people actually use are good. The ones that people actually use, I believe, Same Boy is a good one. Gambate, which is a default that's used in a bunch of places, is pretty good. BGB, which I've used for testing here, is also pretty good. This one. It looks pretty good in this one. If you're using like a good emulator, then then it looks good. They can put it, yeah, they can put it on a real Game Boy if they want. Anyway, what was I doing? What else was I doing? I already forgot what I was about to do. Does anyone remember what I said I was going to do? Oh, I was going to show it on a non-color Game Boy. Right, so this game is compatible with non-color Game Boys. You can change the emulation settings to not prefer Game Boy Color. And then it's still, and note, look at this, we don't have the buttons here to change the color scheme because it's not real. It doesn't even exist. You can't even, if you hold shift, select, it doesn't try to change the color. Did I manage to make a bow and arrow puzzle? I don't think so. But then also in this one, look, color 0, whoa, color 0, that wasn't even available. But you can't change it. You cannot change it. I consider like crossing it out or removing it, but that makes it kind of awkward because I need like, 3 options on Game Boy, 4 options on Game Boy Color. I just leave it as color 0. And note that this sprite also looks good. It looks pretty decent. Can't you check and not draw it? Yeah, it'd be weird though to just have like an empty space here. Like, I could have an empty space, but then, like, rearrange everything, but that's kind of weird. I'm just gonna have it as color 0. Anyway, this sprite still looks pretty decent in the colored version. And then if you play it on if you play the ROM, sorry, I can't talk. If I export the ROM such that it's monochrome Game Boy only, you can manually change the colors yourself. So in the Game Boy, let's see, color scheme, Game Boy, or not this one. What was the default one? Let's see, emulation, color scheme, green. I don't know. There's options, you can change them. Let's see, color correction, Game Boy. Whatever. Can you believe the real Game Boy looked like this? It's crazy. Game Boy color scheme. Anyway. But color is there. If you wanted to play on Game Boy Color, it's there. Prefer Game Boy Color. Yes. It's literally Halloween. Froggy chair. There it is. A frog in the chair. And you could be like, whoa, look at this. I did consider like having like, so you can set the color palette per tile. I did consider making it so that like the puzzle would be this color, but then you could like maybe have this color be different based on what the solution image is. But then I would have to like go back and like tag manually. I'd have to be like, okay, this one's green, this one's red. I guess I could. I don't know. It just feels like a lot of effort. And like it might not look nice. Anyway. There's things, there's options. It's nice though. Look at this. So many options to choose from. The issue with that though is that although I can have it colored uniquely here, when you go back to level select, I think the Game Boy Color can have a maximum of like 7 color palettes at one time, and so I would not be able to have each one of these 15 have their own color, which is why I'm inclined to just leave them as these like this 4 color thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool though. I appreciate the GBC when I had one. I like the ability to change colors. I think that's cool. Yeah, look, it's Halloween. It's literally Halloween. Oh, I was gonna show the puzzles that I've added since last time. All right, so last time I streamed this, I believe I added a capybara. I've also added a sugar glider. I've also added a A flower. This one ended up being really hard. I had to like add some more pixels here. Otherwise, it required like really complex contradiction strats. This one, it's solvable now. I've added a cyclist. I've added a Jerboa. Jerboa 985, as you all know, Jerboa. Doobie reference. I've added a squid. What's a Jerboa? It's like a rat-like creature. I've added a hamster. Look at this hamster. Holy frick, a hamster? Maybe we should see it in the game. Check it out. Hamster. Hamster is puzzle number 134. Oh. There it is. Wow. Look at that hamster. Look at that hamster of various colors. Look at the Jazz Cup hamster. Watermelon hamster. Blue hamster. A lemon hamster. Trans hamster. Brown hamster. Green hamster. Oh, it's Nanodan. Anyway. And then I've also added a ramen. Which of the color schemes is most edible? It's gotta be this one. This one is Neapolitan ice cream. But the one that's like lemon, this one, lemon colored, also fairly edible. Yo, there's the Jerboa. Anyway, I think the ramen one looks pretty nice. And then I also added golf. That's right, golf. It's right here, golf. Bam. Literally out there golfing. Anyway, I feel like this animation really adds a lot. Because like a lot of the other Picross games, it's just like the characters are just blinking. You know, if you play Mario's Picross, he just blinks periodically. And then once you solve the puzzle, he just gives you a thumbs up. But this one, it's got like animation. It's got blinking. I mean, they all have blinking. But this one's got animation. Okay, hand moves. It's got frantic reeling. It's got various colors. It's got 6 colors. The color of the fishing rod changes based on color scheme. It's got a waving animation. There's a fish that shows up. Whoa, look at that. Crazy. Yeah, they don't even have me waving in them. Unbelievable. What if he has the chance to catch a boot? Oh, that'd be complicated. That would be... I would need to change various things. Although I guess it would be possible. It would be possible. I could maybe. You know, I'll put that in my notes. Chance to catch boot. Variously. So I guess I could just like swap like this animation. And then when the puzzle is loaded, I choose which one to load in. I can just load in this one. Or I could perhaps load a different one. Or maybe not. Maybe no one will see it. But yeah. What else was I doing? Alright, yeah, that's it. That's all the stuff that I've added since last time that I'm aware of. Oh, related to the channel, I've also renamed 2 emotes. Wolfa's Shades is now Wolfa's Cool, and Wolfa's Chatting is now Wolfa's Typing. Because I feel like those are a bit more obvious, in my opinion. There is Wolfa's Water. I feel like people usually use sip instead of water, but I do feel like for me, water makes sense because it's relevant to my channel. I will not rename Wolfa's Water, but the other ones, they've been renamed. And I specifically chose yesterday to do it because now it won't affect the Twitch recap. Now it's the start of the year. If I changed to mid-year, you know, people would be like, what the? This emote that I use is not even in my top one because it was renamed. But now it's the start of a year. How many emote slots are left? There's 1 animated and 1 non-animated. I could get rid of Wiggly to make 2 animated ones. I don't know, I just have not had the motivation to like draw more emotes. Maybe at some point, but don't count on it. Anyway, okay, what else have I done? Changing colors, diagonal movement, and level select. I have shown the marking. You can mark these now. This one was actually kind of complicated to implement. My message doesn't even make sense on the on-screen chat since the emotes will show up with the old names. What? Why? Wait, why is that? I have not added the old emote. Is that like a Stream Elements thing? What the heck? Anyway, the way that I mark these off is actually interesting. I don't actually store the clues anywhere. You would expect like when you start off the puzzle that I like have a 3, and then when you mark it I just like draw another 2 or 3 with like a different color scheme. I'm directly modifying the bits that are in memory. I did some like weird bit manipulation. Let's see, what do they call it? Clue marking. Mark toggle, what I call toggle clues. It's messed up. Look at this. I do this thing. What is this? I take 6. So each one of these, the way the Game Boy stores its bits, I've explained this on a previous stream. There are 4 colors, right? So it'll be like 0, 0, 0, 0. It stores like 8 by 8 tiles. And so like one row of tiles would be like this. But then since there's 4 colors, it's stored like this. You have 2 things. This would be like a pure white, like 8 pixels in a row. And then if it's like, if you set this one to 1, it'll make it like light gray. If you set this to 0 and this one to 1, it's like dark gray. If both of these are 1, it's like black. And so like I take the value that's here, and then I like, so each one of these numbers is like maximum 6 pixels. And then I just like do bitwise manipulation and like the ones. And then I'm like, if this one is a 1, then set this, toggle this one, okay? If this one is a 0, you can set this to a 1. It's very, very complex, but it works. It works. You can toggle, you can untoggle. Wow. But yeah, that's there. Look at that. Bits to modify, bits to flip. Actually, it's not that complicated. I guess this looks more complicated than I thought. Or like, I thought it was more complicated. But if you look at this, it's not that complicated. It's actually fairly... Oh no, this is the complicated part. Okay. Well, anyway, what I'm going to do today is we're going to design more puzzles. Because I think I'm almost done. I really only have like one last page of puzzles left. Once I'm done with this one, there's no more. There'll be 150 puzzles total. So we're at 136. We just need like 14 more, and we're done. I might rearrange the order of some of them, because like some of them are pretty hard, and I don't want the really hard ones to show up that early. Yeah, I pushed the truck next to the ship. There's 151. No, it will never be. That would be too much. It's too much. It's messed up. Okay, so what puzzles shall I add today? In my notes, I had anglerfish. I think anglerfish would be kind of nice. It's related to various things. Guys, it's Christmas. It's literally Christmas. But anglerfish, it would be related to Outer Wilds. It would be related to... I think Animal Crossing had an anglerfish, or was it a football fish? I think it was a football fish. Anglerfish, what is he angling? Angling and scheming, perhaps. It's an Uma Musume reference. Okay, so an anglerfish, as you all know, it has like a light. It's got like a very bright light right here. And then it's got like a little thing here. It's literally Christmas, guys. And okay, what does an anglerfish look like? Wow. Kind of messed up, honestly. The office will be so busy and loud. Imagine working in an office right now. Anyway, I also have to make sure this is not too easy. Because the thing is, if you surround them with like filled in tiles, it does end up being very easy. So I need to add some variation to make it less easy. Gotta be some stuff about it, so it's not easy. Welcome, Lunatic Lurker. It looks like it's pogging. Okay, what if I add teeth? What if the teeth were like this? Scary. Pog. But now this is like, it's like too easy though. That's the thing. It's too easy. So we gotta add like some fins perhaps. Now it looks so silly. How do you even fit an anglerfish on here? What if it was smaller? Instead of filling up the whole screen, it could be smaller. What if I copied some examples? Is there nonogram anglerfish? Or has anyone done this already? No. Anglerfish pixel art. Anyway, Twitch is gonna run ads, so I will drink some water right now. Oh wait, VTube Studio? Why is it not showing the water? There we go. All right. Does adding gills make sense? Do anglerfish have visible gills? I mean, they'd be like, they'd be over there. Maybe. Snow today, so opening the window is really cold. You know the nice thing about snow though is it's much brighter outside at nighttime. Because the sun, the moon, which I guess is the sun, the sunlight reflecting off the moon, it reflects off the snow as well. Everything looks very bright. And I think that's cool. Also, why is Twitch running ads now? Why didn't it run ads? Does anyone else have this thing where like it says it's running ads and then it's like we're running ads now and then it doesn't run ads and then Stream Elements later is like, oh, now ads are running. What's the deal? What's the deal with ads timing? What are they even doing? I just don't understand. The moon is pretty bright. I was outside 30 minutes ago. Pretty easy to see, right? It's so nice. When I'm at home, looking outside before I go to bed, and then it's like, wow, it's so bright out there. Can you manually trigger them? Yes, but sometimes then it runs like 2 sets of ads. which is kind of weird. Like, I have it set up so that as soon as I start my stream, it waits like 1 minute to run ads, but it never actually waits 1 minute. It always waits like 3 minutes. And then by that time, like, because my waiting room is 5 minutes long, the ads always run into like when I'm actually streaming, like when I'm actually like talking, which is kind of messed up. And then like I thought maybe if like as soon as I hit start, if I manually run ads, it won't run those ads, but then it runs both, which is weird. So now I just like, I don't manually trigger ads. Manually triggering doesn't give you the better payout rates. What? Well, I mean, the payout doesn't really matter. I'm not doing this for like the money, rather just so that new viewers don't see ads as soon as they watch the stream. It's kind of messed up. Kind of messed up, honestly. Twitch.tv. They're out there doing this stuff. Alright, what if we had like a smaller light source? And then the anglerfish can be more of the screen, perhaps. Maybe. So then it's like this. A light source, I find it quite heavy. I think light sources. Oh, speaking of light sources, I changed my light bulb recently. It was getting quite dim, and then every once in a while it would just stop working. It would flicker. Remember those times when like I was streaming and I said, I think my electricity is gonna go out? It was just my lamp. The light was like, I guess the light bulb was bad. But now it's better. How many light bulbs do you own? I don't know. Several, perhaps. Not sure. Alright, so this is the anglerfish. How do I make it a little more menacing? It's gotta be like this, right? It's gotta be... It looks like it's smiling. How many Wolfies did it take to change that light bulb? 1. 1, 2, 3. 1 to 1, 3 to 1. 1 to 2. 1 to 4. 6 to 7. What am I saying? I don't know. 3 to 1. 3. 1 to 2. Classic Northern Lion Super Show bit. 6 to 7. Overall, what is your least used kitchen utensil among butter knife, fork, cake fork? What the frick? A cake fork? You have a specific fork for cakes? Tablespoon, teaspoon. I feel like I don't really use chopsticks. I feel like in most situations a fork is sufficient. Or if not, a spoon is there. Yeah, I don't think I've also... Wait, no, I probably use chopsticks more than butter knife. I don't think I've really used a butter knife. Cake fork, I don't know if I have. You didn't list a regular fork though. Oh no, you did, never mind. It was right before cake fork. Welcome, cow friend. Yeah, there's a cake fork. No one, we don't even know. What is cake fork? I don't know, I feel like you could just use a regular fork in this case. It's a long fork? No, it looks like it's like a smaller fork, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, Probs Not Jack has added some puzzles on the Discord. An anvil, a bow with string, a bow light string, Have you tried solving these? Are they, do you know what the difficulties are? No, I didn't. Oh, you're saying because I don't have to credit you. That's the thing, because you don't want credit. Because it would require effort for me to add you to the credits. Because I would need to rearrange all of this stuff. And your name is pretty long. I would need to restructure all of this just to fit your name on it. I'm doing bow right now. I think with string bow is harder. I guess string bow has like a bunch of 1 pixel things. Anvil. The anvil, I feel, do anvils look like that? Hold on. Let me show the image on screen so people know what I'm talking about. Copy link. Are they usually like this? Anvil. Because I feel like this part feels like it's going up more than what I've typically seen. And also, I feel like the bottom is usually... It usually goes like this, right? Rather than going down. Like all these seem like they're going like this. Yeah. Anyway, I can always adjust these. It doesn't have to be exact. Like I've modified some of the other ones. Yes. But then the other one was bow with or without string. With or without string. This one looks pretty good. It's like when I was thinking of adding a bow, it kind of was just like a regular curved bow, but like I feel like this kind of bow is a bit more interesting. Like a Cupid's bow. It's a good one. But now I have to update my credits. What if I remove... No, we have to credit niffin.dev. It has to. We got it. Well, I guess I could like... increase... Wait, I just noticed an issue. What is this? We have 1 pixel. This pixel's not even supposed to be here. What the heck? I'll put that in my notes. To do. Remove extra pixel. And credits. Also credit probs not check. And I could move this down like a little bit more. And then also move this up. And then we can like move all the text up. And then I guess we would have space. But then I have to like check if like the tiles would match, because it does like some unique tile stuff. I'm gonna make Sans Undertale puzzle. I will not add Sans Undertale. Simply because I don't think it's very relevant to my stream. Actually, no, I guess a lot of these things are not relevant to my stream. I don't know. You should misplace 1 single pixel in some screen to make people wonder what it is, just like in Undertale. After I make 1 or 2 more, I gotta touch grass. We'll have a good time doing that. Do you think you can fit the entire Narita Airport into a puzzle? I've never been to Narita Airport. Every time I've gone to Japan, I've always gone to Haneda Airport. Wolf has never been an angler fish. I have not. No, I have. I have had an anglerfish drawing. This one's relevant because it's Outer Wilds. Toby Fox did that in Deltarune. That guy's so wacky. The bathroom needs a new light. Whoa, another person replacing light-related things. As we're talking about anglerfish who have light sources, that's crazy. That's crazy. Is this what an anglerfish looks like? So I feel like the fins are usually farther back. Got rusty over the years. No. Why would they do that? Is this? I feel like, I don't know, this one is a little bit... Why are they scary looking? Well, they exist in the dark. They're like very deep in the ocean where it's dark. And they don't really need to be concerned with their appearance. I guess they do literally have a light source that illuminates them. So maybe they do. But they can be intimidating to various creatures. Various creatures out there. Wow. So everyone can be afraid. Exactly. What if I move this one closer? Then you can fit more of the fish on here. But I'm also like, is this even an interesting puzzle? Because we have like surrounding, like this one is just easy. This stuff is just like a solid color here. There needs to be more variation. There's gotta be more stuff to make it interesting. A windmill? See, the thing about this one though is that I guess I could add it. I do feel like the puzzle itself, you would not be able to tell that this is a windmill. But the actual image itself looks pretty nice though. Hold on, let me copy image address. This one. This one looks nice. They say a little guy turned sideways. It looks like Frisk from Undertale, right? Doesn't it? These are the eyes. This is the mouth. This is the hair. This is the body. And they've got like a something sticking out of their head. Perhaps. I wonder if this one is like, I don't know what the difficulty is. It's like this one's just math. This one is also just math. I will consider it. I might add this one. I might not. Okay, anglerfish though. Anglerfish. How do I make this an interesting puzzle? Is it even possible? I guess if I didn't invert it, but it makes sense for the anglerfish to be surrounded by darkness, because that's, you know, that's where it lives. If I were to invert it though, what if I do this? But then this one's also kind of easy, because it's just like a bunch of solid colors in the middle. Anglerfish pixel art. Something like this. I don't know. What about this? I think the eye needs to be like bigger. What if he's eating a spaceship? I feel like it's hard to fit that detail in there though. There's like not enough space to do it. What if it was like this? This would also make it more interesting because you got like 1 pixels in the middle. Something like this. What if we're looking at it head on? It might be kind of hard to show that. Oh, I feel like this looks better. Yeah, I was okay. See, the anglerfish, the mouth is open kind of like this, rather than what I had before. It's not like this. Right, this versus this. Yeah, this looks more like it. Yes. True. So true. This. Okay. Then what? Then you have the fin. It's here. A lot of depictions, their mouth angles downwards. Yeah, anglerfish. Something like, wait, this one looks kind of nice. Oh yeah, what if the teeth were like larger? What if they were even longer? Like this. And then... okay, what if we had like, you know, just like random... this could represent like the sharpness, the sharp pixels. The sharp fins here. Or whatever, what are these called? They're fins, right? I don't know. True, I could do this. Yes. Let's see, how else could this be made interesting? What if then, the mouth, we had like this on the mouth to suggest shading. But then this itself is also a puzzle element. So it's like a little bit more interesting than this. Perhaps. And then what? And then something. What if we had random bubbles? You can always count on having random bubbles because it's underwater. Would they have bubbles? I guess bubbles would come out of the gills, right? So we would see them. They'd be like here. Maybe something like this. Telescopes are what? Are you making a telescope puzzle? Telescope? They can't even listen. You use scopes to see. Telescope. Giving up can't make it look good and solvable. Man, that's the thing about puzzles. Microscope? That's a good one. Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs. Mike Rowe scope. Mike Rowe when he copes. Mike Rowe, me when Mike Rowe is upset about something and he has to make excuses. Mike Rowe's cope. Yep. That's it. That's him. M. Rowe, guy who gets pinged if you utter his name. Yeah, that guy. Imagine having it set up so you get pinged when someone says your name. It's crazy. It's a dirty job. Someone's gotta do it. It's true. Oh, what if I illuminated part of this? Because, you know, there's like a light source here. This could be fully white. And then, like, near it, we could have, like... This could also be white. Look at that. It's literally... Well, okay, it looks a bit weird, actually. Maybe like this. Maybe this is good. I guess we could have like one pixel here to indicate something is about to be eaten. Maybe this is the Outer Wilds ship. It's up to us to determine. Someone can see them and be like, "Whoa, what the? That's the ship. That's the Outer Wilds ship." It's crazy. How did they do that? Alright, what if it was like that? Look at that. We added some pixels in there for various reasons. And surely this will work as a puzzle. Yeah, you could totally tell that this is an anglerfish. Probably. Okay, maybe I need to like remove this pixel. Perhaps this is here. Maybe even this entire thing could be white. No, I can't do that. Just this one. This one can be white. Alright, is this solvable? That's the question. No, okay. What if we did this? I think the eye is making it complicated. A bunch of stuff needs to be fixed. Okay, what if I added... What if we didn't have this? What if this was actually... Okay, if the eye was fully filled in, it would be solvable. But I feel like it looks so much more interesting with the white eye. What else can I add? What if we did... If we did this? Oh, that also looks pretty good though. 2 pixels changes everything. Here and here. This one is surely solvable. What? Wait, what else did I change? Did I change something else? What did I do? This? Herm. I didn't have this filled in, right? This one... Not there. Okay, what if the eye was like this? This one is still discernible as a creature. What if the eye was like this? No. Alright, what if the eye was like this? But then with this, do I need this then? I don't need these two. So, okay, so we need 1 pixel here. And then around there. Oh, that looks pretty good. Do you see? Look at the preview on the bottom. That looks pretty good. That's pretty nice. Alright. Alright, I can also remove these two. These two right here. Okay. Whether this is easy to solve or not, it is, I guess we'll find out. Windmill took me about 9 minutes to solve in MS Paint, but I didn't have the maybe button. It wasn't hard though. I will consider it. We'll think about it. Welcome DX Nomad. I just feel like maybe if it had like something like over here, but then that would make it too easy, right? Like I feel like the way that I design these, like they have to be at least somewhat discernible from the puzzle itself. Like I don't want to rely too much on like the colors to know what it is. Just the pure black and white values. And like this, I'm like, what is that? What even is this? Okay, new tag, anglerfish. Anglerfish. All right, so that's done. What else do we got there? What else shall I add? My list of ideas. I should make sure this compiles though. Let's see. Run emulator. Overflow and implicit constant conversion. Literally doesn't matter. All right. There's also this 15 at the top though. Do I want do I want another pixel up here simply so that it's not so easy? What if it was like this? Would that make it easier? It might make it easier. I mean, this is still math though. Anglerfish looks nice. Thank you. It does. I think it does look quite nice. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Look at all the colors. What if I had like some random... What if I just did this? Yeah, these pixels here, maybe it's like this? No, that's too much. Maybe 2 pixels right there. Maybe 1 pixel here, 1 pixel here. The bubbles. What about three bubbles? Just no. Maybe that's fine. I feel like you need like one of the bubbles to be larger though, because otherwise it's like too uniform. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it's actually totally fine. Okay, I could also do this. That's like too sharp though. Simply too sharp. Yeah, maybe this is fine. Let's see if this is solvable. This one. Okay, that is solvable. I think that makes it a little bit more interesting. Even though this is literally just math still, it makes this... Actually, maybe that doesn't change much at all. But whatever. As long as you don't just have a 15 right there. Here we go. Anglerfish. Wow. There it is. A lemon. Anglerfish if it was a lemon. Okay. Alright, what else do I add? What else in my notes? What did I change in this one? This one's marked as having been changed. Let's not save it. Alright, next thing, next puzzle that I will add. Oh wait, I think I didn't show some of the other ones that I changed. I did mention I was going to replace the GitHub logo. I was going to replace the Twitch logo. I didn't show you what I replaced it with. Let's see. So the Twitch logo was a 10 by 10. I replaced that with a... Let's see, what was it? Where was it? Just go through all of them, I guess. Oh right, I replaced it, yeah, with this man with hat. And then the other one, the GitHub logo, I replaced it with this. One of those Moneki Neko cat things. Lucky cat. Put one of these in here. Look at this. We got a cat. It's a calico cat even. That's in there now. It's got the coin or whatever this thing is. It's right there. It kind of looks like it's saluting. It's a bit hard to get it to like look like it's like if I add this 1 pixel, it looks like it's flexing. This, I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, okay, next thing to add. Nice nature, no, and I already have a horse in there. Puzzle ideas. Pomudachi. Surely Pomu Rainpuff won't sue me for having Pomudachi in there. No. The cat looks like nice nature. Does it? How does it even? Nice nature, where was it? We have so many. We have so many puzzles in here. Will literally take hours. Did I show this one? I added a crocodile. Did I replace something else? Maybe that's it. I think I also added a crocodile at some point. This one? I don't think I did this one on stream. It's there. Sorry, it's an alligator. It's a reference to Amelia Watson. Investigator. But it's not in a vest. It's just a gator. I do really like how this one turned out though. The ramen. Yeah, I see no vest. It's not even investigating. Literally uninvestigated. Rob's Not Jack has added a saluting astronaut. It's a bit hard to tell though. Have I drawn a rocket ship? I've drawn a UFO. This one, it's a bit hard to tell. Whoops, sorry. It is a bit hard to tell. Like which arm is the... Is this hand? Is this the hand? Astronaut looks like it has a gun to the head. So this is the hand, right? This is the hand that's saluting. What is this on the right side? It also kind of looks like a cultist. You know, like the cultist robe? Trying to make the Outer Wilds hatchling with the radio antenna. I feel it's kind of hard to tell though in this one. It does look nice though. Just a bit hard to tell. I also think, let's see if I copy the link for this one. This does look like a face. Like this is the eye, this is the mouth. It's like a Wolfie stare, kind of. This is like the hair. Various things about it. Alright, next one. The next image is going to be I did try adding one that was like a Torii gate, but I feel like it was a bit too easy. Like, because the Torii gate are usually a very like symmetrical. They're like this. Like this. It's like they go down like this. It's like it's very simple, and then if you try to expand it, it's still like it's very like a lot of straight lines, you know? A dilapidated one. What if it was like at an angle? As viewed from below, maybe. Perhaps. But then I need to do perspective. I don't know. What are other things, comma, Japan? What are thing, comma, Japan? You got the window looking less abstract? Let's take a look. Like this. Mount Fuji. I think this one is a bit better than the other one, yeah. I would say it's quite a bit better. So the previous one was this. I think you could you could be like, oh, I see, there's like a cross. This could be like the land, perhaps. True. Mount Fuji. But the thing is, I already have like a mountain though. The character for Dark Knight, Batman, Dark Knight. I feel like that'd be too hard. What are some things, comma, Japan? I do have sushi in there. What if I just do like generic anime character? Can I do that if I just have like anime, just like anime eyes? What about sparkly anime eye? Zoomed in sparkly anime eye. That's possible, right? That's totally a thing. We could totally do that. Tokyo Tower. Running Man. Oh, yeah, what's his name? The Glico Running Man. There. Oh, what if we just had anime on it? Is that legal? Probably. I mean, it's probably fine. What are they gonna do? Sue me? You think they're gonna sue like a random homebrew Game Boy game? I guess you could say that for anything, but like, they're not gonna know. Anime. Okay, anime. This isn't anime. We need more shine on the anime eye. It needs to be more anime. Okay, what if the eye is like this? And then that face was looking like He was looking Anyone out there erming? Oops. Alright. Is this even anime? How do you how do you even have a stereotypical? It doesn't even look that anime though. (16 by 16 pixel art anime face. Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku. Okay, what if it was just like a very zoomed in anime eye? What if it was just Among Us? Why is Among Us here? Why is there so much Among Us? Maybe I shouldn't be searching for this. There might be some weird stuff down there. 3 more Japanese things. Oh, Daruma. True. True. That's a thing. That's thing, comma, Japan. Turn on safe search? What the? Oh, true. Strict. 16 by 16 anime face. Moneki Neko, I have that. That's already in the game. Let's see. Okay, what if here, this looks fairly anime. It's like somewhat anime. I think it's just the mouth. We just need the mouth to be more anime. Ryo coin? What is that? Ryo coin? Ryo from Bochi the Rock? There, this is fairly anime, right? And then you could have hair. You could have hair over here. Putting together my Lego typewriter. Japanese have that old coin. That's the coin on Meow said. Oh, that's what it is. I see. But that's part of the Moneki Neko as well. It's already there. There, you could tell this is an anime girl, right? It's so anime. This is so anime, guys. It could be any anime character. Bam. It could even be Hatsune Miku. Another iconic Japanese thing, public mail drop boxes for lost items. Oh yeah, those like red ones, right? The red ones. Perhaps. There, okay, this could be discerned as being anime. That thing, that's tofu on fire, also known as the sign that children wear on school field trips. Tofu on fire. The anime, this is so anime. What are they? It's just a name tag. They write their name on it, I think. Bento box, true. Bento box, that is a thing. True. Tengu. Oni. True. Gotta have the very light nose. In anime, they love having 1 pixel noses. And then what? Maybe this could be like this. There. Okay, what if the face, what if we had some shading? Shrine that has long rope hanging down, you drop some coin and then ring the bell. True. That is in fact thing common Japan. A lot of things in Japan. Have you considered that there's a lot of things in Japan? What's that about? Why are there so many things in Japan? What's the deal? Alright, this one. Tori, yeah. I tried adding a Tori gate, but... Is Tori different from Tori gate? But no, I tried adding that. It's very like a very straight object, which makes it not that interesting for a puzzle, unfortunately. They should make a sequel to The Thing set in Japan. True, they should. I've never seen The Thing. But I know it was in Antarctica or something. Wow, look at this. He's drawing anime on stream. Pixel art anime. This is so anime. Round lanterns with kanji. Oh yeah, that is a thing. That is, in fact, a thing. These are, in fact, some things that exist in Japan. A demon that's an old man's head? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I was also thinking of the umbrella. You should draw a guy who hacked up his back by sleeping wrong. Oh, what about an old man with cane? That's a thing. Old man with cane. That's a thing. That is definitely a thing. that I could add cow emoji faces. Maybe. This is actually so anime. Why does this actually look kind of good? It's Hatsune Miku. New tag. Anime face. Welcome, Antoine. It is good. Thank you. Thank you, first time chatter, for saying that it looks good. Alright. Is it solvable though? That's the thing. Is it? No, it's not. It's not solvable. There needs to be way more stuff filled in. It's extreme. I think the problem, probably, this mouth is probably a problem. It's got not enough pixels on it. Yeah, it's definitely the mouth. Oh, if it was like a smaller mouth, it would be. Okay, I mean, this mouth is also very anime, right? If you could simply make it like this. That is also very solvable. What if it was like this? I guess that's fine. If it's surprise, no. It's Pog. If it was pogging, I think this is fine. Is it easy? Is this too easy of a puzzle? No, because these here might make it actually kind of hard. Like, how would you even know to put this here? There's like nothing. There's like no pixels here. It's so sparse. Scarce even. Scarce. I used to say scarce. Isn't it weird that it's scarce, but it's like sparse? It's not sparse. Why is that? Sparse. Tomoe, which are radial patterns. Ah yes, Naruto. Sparse. Scare. Scarce. Is scarce from scare? Also, I don't think I welcome you, Hongtown Deluxe. Welcome. Okay, I think this is good. Let me see what it looks like in the game. I would not expect so. Because they're scared. They have like so few of it that it's scary to them. You're like, what the? Scare City. Scare City, yeah. Halloween in New York. Am I right, guys? So true. Alright, let's solve this one. Wow, that is so anime. That is so extremely anime. Anime face. Wow. Welcome, Nico Ni. No, it's Hatsune Miku. Oh my god, guys, it's Hatsune Miku. You can make this any anime character by changing the skin tone. It's also Hatsune Miku. It's some brown-haired anime girl. It's also Hatsune Miku. That is somehow also Hatsune Miku. That's Teto. That is... I don't know. Someone. That's also Teto. That is somehow also Hatsune Miku. This one is definitely Hatsune Miku. Who is this one? I don't know. This one is definitely Hatsune Miku. This one's also Hatsune Miku. This one, I don't know. This one is definitely Hatsune Miku. That's Hatsune Miku. This one also, the pink one was this one's pink. It's Mochi. The Joker, if she was anime. And also female. Lemon. Yotsuba. This one. No, Yotsuba. I don't know. Should I make the background, should I have it like this? Whoops. Like this. No, that's fine. I think the way it is fine. This kind of looks like Kobo from Hololive. The color scheme kind of looks like. Right? It's kind of, it's got like a similar kind of thing. Anyway, it could be anyone. It really goes to show you how all anime is the same. Everyone's literally the same. Also, I'm gonna drink some water. It's now time to hydrate. It gives me Wolfie from twitch.tv/Wolfes, but I'm not even anime though. This guy's not even anime. It could even be you. That's right. You, the viewer, if you stopped being a viewer and started being a streamer, a virtual tuber, this could be you. You could use this as your VTuber model. Not even, it's just the face, not even like the body. This is just you. Alright, it's hydration time. All right. What else do I add? Well, people have given many ideas, and I've not actually considered any of them. Okay, you've all named various Japanese things. Let me scroll up. Which one of these would be interesting puzzle? Tori. What if it wasn't just Torigate, but rather like a Torigate, but like in a scene? You know, what if it was like Japanese castle, and then there's like a Torigate in front. Trio is one of those huge ropes. No, I think that's too specific. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Bento box? Bento box might be interesting. Bento box. Let's see. Can we find some bento box pixel art? Bento box. Well, it would be a very geometric design, which I feel like maybe is not the most interesting for puzzles. But unless it was like at an angle. What if it was like slightly angled, at a weird angle like this? But then you have all these 1x1s, which might be kind of not good. Asymmetrical. What if not fully in frame? But then it's like, it's kind of hard to tell what it is. It could be like this, and then you could have the food in here. It might be kind of hard though. It's kind of just like it's like a bunch of stuff in a box. Memento. Nah, maybe not. Dots in a box. More dots. More dots. Bento boxes. Shrimp. Duck. Duxifer. What about things that are not Japan? What about thing, comma, not Japan? Such as Statue of Liberty. True, you know, Statue of Liberty is relevant to me because it's in New York. Statue of Liberty. Pixel art. True. True, I could have this. Could be a thing that I add. So you gotta have Freedom Lady, as you all know. Freedom Lady. It's got the... This thing is considered American despite the fact that she's actually French. Have you considered this? The Statue of Liberty is French, as it was a gift from France. And yet, for many, it is American. Really goes to show you that things can change depending on perception. Various things to consider. Surely, okay, Statue of Liberty is definitely probably something that has been done before. Statue of Liberty, picross. No, okay. I could have sworn someone would have done this by now. Probably just doesn't show up in the images. Okay, so statue. So there's like a book that's being held. There's like this. This is not a good depiction. It doesn't actually look like it. No. Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty 16 by 16 pixel art. None of these are 16 by 16. What about this? Elbow. Sands Undertale. Statue of Liberty SNAS pixel art? Holy frick. SNAS Undertale. SNAS. Minecraft one look good. Which one was that? The Taj Mahal. Great Wall. Second row. Minecraft. Second row. Which one of these is Minecraft? Statue Minecraft pixel art? Yeah, maybe. I guess my problem was trying to fit the whole thing. I guess it is discernible if you just have like the torch and like the top part. I guess that makes sense. You know, this, what if I just copy this? What if I just took an existing image and just downscaled it? If I just copy this literally, and then, okay, well, let's just copy the general shape. Got this kind of thing going on. That thing. This thing. Right, so there's like this. You got this part, and then it goes down. And then what? And then you probably want to use different colors. They have used different colors here to indicate shapes. Various shapes. A lot of shapes here. Any shape enjoyers? Anyone out there shaping fans of shapes? Alright, and then the bottom part looks like this. And then what? And then, okay, and then you've got, okay, so you got this part there, and then the torch is right there, and then Freedom Lady. Oh my god, that's the Lady of Freedom. That's the Freedom Lady, bro. She's right there. Free dumb lady. Why would she be dumb? Why would she not just be the smart lady? Messed up. Really goes to show you society out there. Okay, but this is too far. It's not even close enough. Welcome TV Bride, also doing GB Dev. What are you working on? What is your project? Here's mine. It's picross. We're making various puzzles here. Bam. Capybara. Action game walking sim. I enjoy some walking sims sometimes. Walking sims can be entertaining. I'm trying to like figure out how to get this to look good. You know, 15 by 15 grid. It's like kind of hard because like I feel like with the Statue of Liberty the hand is like so far above, but then like if we have that we'll just have so much empty space up here. Like we could lower this and we could do this perhaps. Like you could still tell that this is the Statue of Liberty. Actually, maybe this is actually pretty good. But then, like, I feel like it's really easy, though. As a puzzle, it's just, like, you just have, like, these from here, and then they all go up. She's got strong shoulders and triceps. So strong. Literally so powerful. You know, what if it was like this? There. Is this good? Okay, what if we just have like clouds or something? What if in the background you have like a plane or something? Maybe there's like a helicopter that's going over it. Or to make it more interesting, we could have like this part could be like illuminated. You have like lighting. The lighting is coming from the top left, maybe. So this part could be like this. And then this part could be in darkness. Maybe. this part would be like this. Get this stuff. That's pretty good, right? And then what? And then what? Then and this. Wow, look at that lighting. That's crazy. How did he do that? Okay, so the only thing really would be clouds. Unless there was like... What else could we... What else could we even have? City, but like... The city, it would be like overlapping with the bottom. It would ideally be something like up here. Or maybe on the left side. What if it was like a flag? What if this was like off to this side, and then you had like part of a flag from here. America. What if it was America? No. Let's see. The city background. Okay, maybe city background. But it would, the problem is that it would overlap though. Like we could have like a skyline in the background like this. But then it kind of like, it overlaps with this. I think it's got to be clouds. It's kind of weird for clouds to be this dark though, right? Statue could have a white border to keep it from overlapping. So like if I had the city, but then like you can't really, it's like not really enough for like a 1 pixel border around here. I mean, we technically don't need to. We could just have 3 empty things and like another empty thing. It's like, it's totally valid. Oh, or what if we just had like, just like a border? we did this with Choco J Dog. If we have like a lot of empty space, we could just like fill it like this. Although that is also kind of easy. Wait, what about is the Statue of Liberty? No, what does a dollar bill look like? He's not on the dollar bill, but like, what if we had like some decorations similar to as if it was on the dollar bill? Some of these like borders around it. I don't know. Something like this. Isn't it on the back of some quarters? Statue of Liberty on currency. Oh. Oh, what if there was like a beam of light emitting from the torch? True, true, actually true. Various beams of light. Wait, wait a second. That's something. Hmm. The skyline above Mount Rushmore. Beams of light. Thumbnail looks pretty good. I feel like close up though, this part looks a bit weird. There's like too much noise going on around here. Maybe we don't need the beams of light down here. Maybe just like up here is fine. Maybe like this. Welcome, Michael. Do I know Treasure and Trio? I don't, but I think you were streaming it today, right? What is that? What is Treasure and Trio? Sokoban, Treasure and Trio. Oops, Trip, Trio. The puzzles are cool. Interesting. Treasure and Trio. Sokoban based. It sure is. It looks interesting. A variety of themed worlds. It's like an RPG themed Sokoban. Interesting. It costs money, I can't believe. How could I play games that are not free on itch.io? Unbelievable. I guess it does have a demo. Maybe. Well, I hope you had a good time playing it. That you enjoyed your time with Treasure and Trio. And they call it Trio because there's 3 of them. Because there's 3 of them. There's treasuring and trioing. That's crazy. To do one, but not just one, but both things, treasuring and trioing. That's impressive. Some people can only do one or the other. But to do both, that's crazy. Alright, this is the Statue of Liberty, everyone. Here it is. I don't know if it's like too noisy at the top. Wasn't really sure what to do up there. Well, you could even tell from from the thumbnail, from the puzzle. It's a statue of, that's crazy. I mean, maybe because I already know what it is, but it's still, you can still kind of tell. You can tell based on the shape of the crown or whatever. All right, let's see. You could just add 1 pixel. Where would be better though? Here? Here? Here. Maybe here. Maybe there is good. No. Be here. Hold on. Kiki. Boba. It could be here. Would that be good? What's the best place? Because I feel like adding it here reduces the readability of this, right? Maybe it's fine. Wait, here doesn't work. That kind of works. Maybe there. Sure, you know what? Sure. Sure. All right, new tag. Statue of Liberty. Oops. Run. Liberty. What about Liber Coffee? What about Liber A through letter before T? S. New York Staten Island Ferry, taxi cab. Oh, a taxi. A bridge. I feel like a bodega would be hard to add though. Alright, statue of the Liberty. Wow. There it is. There is the Statue of Liberty. Actually, I feel like the light, the rays of light are a bit distracting from the image. I guess they could also be clouds. They do kind of look like clouds in some way. Maybe it's fine. It's probably fine. Alright, that was Statue of Liberty. Next thing. New York things. New York things. Things to do? No, things that are in New York. The bridge, Times Square, this bridge. An apple. Do I have an apple? I don't think I have an apple. The Big Apple, maybe? Wait, I don't think I have a dinosaur. A T-Rex? Wait, what about the Google Chrome T-Rex? Google Chrome T-Rex? Pizza rat? I already have 2 rats in the game though. T-Rex runner. I could literally just copy this, right? There have been plenty of games that just copy this. Chrome would not sue me for this. They would never. Okay, where's the actual... It's too big. It's too big. What's that? That's like... It's like 4 pixels per pixel. resize that. Stretch skew 50%. Oh no, they added anti-aliasing to my dinosaur. Why would they do this? It's still too big. Chrome dinosaur pixel perfect. Pixel perfect chrome dinosaur. This one. Is that really it? Where is it? It's this one. Chrome dinosaur. Pixel perfect. You thought GitHub was problematic but not Google? Well, I mean, people know the Chrome dinosaur, okay? The Chrome dinosaur exists separate from Google. It's an open sourced. I guess GitHub is also. Well, okay. I don't know. People know. You know, they're like, well, get the dinosaur. I don't even need to say Chrome dinosaur. The thing about the GitHub logo is that it is a very GitHub specific thing. A dinosaur, though, this could be any dinosaur. I mean, it's literally not any dinosaur, but like, I don't need to say Chrome dinosaur. I could just say dinosaur. And that's why. Hey, wait, this isn't even right. Where's this one pixel? Where even? What if I just copied it? Copied it pixel by pixel. There's got to be like one that's sized perfectly, right? Why don't they have it? Where have they done it? This one. Chrome dinosaur. Chrome dinosaur 16 by 16. How big is the Chrome dinosaur anyway? Chrome. Okay, what if I copy this one? Let's see. Oh, that's definitely bigger than 16 by 16. We'll need to like resize this ourselves. Maybe I use this as the base. And then do this. It definitely doesn't look correct. It looks more like a lizard. Is it some kind of lizard? Some form of lizardry. %. 50%. How big is this? This is huge. It's still huge. It's so blurry. It's actually so blurry. Oh. No, it could have cut off his legs. Alright, what if I just make my own dinosaur? It doesn't need to be the chrome dinosaur necessarily, but I could loosely base it on the chrome dinosaur. The Wolfosaur. Alright, so it's like this. It's got one pixel, it's like over there. And then it's got a mouth. The mouth doesn't go all the way, it goes over here. It's got maybe like 2 pixels left. Alright, and then go from here. And then it goes down. It's got arms that go like this. And then the body goes down here. Looks like this. Yeah, maybe like slightly cropped off dinosaur. Jabba the Hutt. No. Pizza the Hutt. Okay, but what if I added elements that were not part of the original? Like this. No. I think this part is actually more like this. It goes over here. Something about my dinosaur doesn't look the same. The proportions are all off. I know I literally said I don't need to copy it one for one. It doesn't have legs. Well, that's fine. What if I use this? So its head is 8. It's 8 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's 2, 1. Wait. 1, 2, 3. No, that's fine. It's fine. So why is my... Oh, the eyes are too high up. They're actually 2 away from here. And then it's actually much wider. It's actually like this. It goes 3 pixels from the eye. And then the mouth is 3 pixels. And then it's like this. And then from here, that's when it starts going this way. It's like this. And then it goes down 3 pixels, and then it goes across. Alright, well that's Chrome Dinosaur. Needs to fit the whole thing. I don't have to. What if we did? What if it was like this? There, it's close enough. This is a close approximation. And the tail goes this way. And then you got this. And that. The proportions are all off, but that's fine. That is to be expected, perhaps, if you don't have an exact replica of the dinosaur. Okay. I think that's good enough. New tag dinosaur. Generic dinosaur. Unrelated to any other dinosaur that you may have seen. Because it has shading. It has shading. And people will be like, what the? You can't have shading on the dinosaur? Welcome, Yumeski. Shading on the dinosaur. Dinosaur wearing pants, perhaps. No, maybe we don't have shading. Maybe we don't have shading. How would I even shade this? Can't. You simply cannot. Actually, not even allowed. Literally. Okay, what if we move this leg 1 pixel closer? What if it was like this? And then the tail could be like a bit longer. What if we have the second one like that? The second. Oh, what if we? Wait, what if it was like? What if this leg? What if this part was shaded as if it was in the background? We do this. No, that's too much. No, this would make it a more interesting puzzle as well. Then people would be like, that's not the chrome dinosaur. That's a different. It's a different dinosaur. Oh shoot. Adding these 2 pixels adds various dimensionality. Look at this. It's like it has it's like the inside. What if it also had what if these, well, what if I changed it so it was a silly dinosaur? Oh my god. Silly looking dinosaur. Distinct from the chrome dinosaur. It's different. It's a different one. And then it also had on the back. It had this. No, maybe not. Do I want? Is this fine? An axolotl? Yeah. Nah, maybe this is fine. And then what? I like one eye version. Yeah. Okay, so it's like this. Then what if the arms were colored in like this? What if it was like this, but in the arms? No, that's too much. I think this is good. Dinosaur right there. Yeah. What if you get a long tongue and a saddle? Yoshi? Can't have a Yoshi, that's illegal. You can't even have a Yoshi. They would literally kill you. Nintendo would be like, you can't do this. Alright, dinosaur. This is dinosaur. Would it be specifically a T-Rex though? Would I need to specifically say T-Rex? Or would, I guess it would depend if I plan on adding other dinosaurs. What if I had a Triceratops? What if I had a... Where's someone? Hey, do you notice this? The DuckDuckGo logo is a T-Rex. Dinosaur. It's a crazy Easter egg. You can also search Hatsune Miku. They got Hatsune Miku. They got Kagomine Rin. They got Kaito. They have Kaito. They have Kaito. Kasane Teto. They got Megarina and Luca. And Gumi. They got all of them. They got Gumi North Gyeongsang. Pikachu, probably. James Bond. Oh, dude, they do. Duck Go Easter eggs. No, we gotta find the image Easter eggs. Duck Go logo Easter egg. Dynamic logos. Terminator, Mario, Luigi, Donald Duck. Are they allowed to do that? Donald Duck? Would Disney not sue them for this? Mario. Is that the Linux Tux, the Linux penguin? T-Rex. Is that Yoda? Thor, Grinch, Santa. Oh, Santa. Danganronpa. They got freaking Danganronpa. Why do they have Danganronpa? That's crazy. Who's doing this? There's also one for Yuri. Don't try that on a work computer. Okay, I'm not gonna try it. All right, dinosaur. We have added anglerfish, anime face, Statue of Liberty, dinosaur. Yuri gets the Doki Doki Literature Club girl. I see. That's crazy. Oh, what if I added a terminal prompt? What if I had like this? Hold on. New frame. What if I had this command prompt? I feel it'd be kind of easy though. It'd be quite easy. Maybe it's fine. If I could add like a window at the top, maybe it'd be a bit more interesting. Like okay, like this, and then at the top of it we have this. It would still be really easy though, as a puzzle. Nah, maybe not. Wait, the Vim logo. Hold on. Vim logo? Gotta have Vim logo. Yes. Does NeoVim have a logo? It does. It's just an N though. I feel like the Vim logo is a bit more interesting. What if I had the Vim logo? The A-Sprite alligator? A-Sprite has an alligator? Oh, from the from this this guy. Oh yeah, I could add this guy. True. True, I could add this guy. It's true. Okay, I'll put that in my to-do. Puzzle ideas. A sprite. Thought it was a frog? It looks more like an alligator to me. It's got like the mouth is like this. I believe it's an alligator. A sprite alligator. Right, okay, Vim logo. Can I just copy this? Can I? Hold on. It'd be a 1-for-1 recreation. How many pixels per pixel is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, so I can 10%. No, it's messed up. It's not 10%. Do they have like, do they have this image available? Like, just for, for real? A sprite example, alligator? Surely they do, right? They surely. Now, is it an alligator or a crocodile? That's the thing. If I call it an alligator, but it's actually a crocodile, will I get canceled? What the frick, man? A sprite, that's a crocodile. Not an alligator. Messed up. Is it available simply as an example? Do they have an example A sprite creature? Crocodilia? Crocodile? KROQ? Mockup 01? Hold on. Is that its name? A sprite Croc. Is that the name of their mascot? Croc FM? The world famous Croc? No, this is a radio station? I want the specific A sprite one. Created by Croc in-game A sprite file. I want to see. Do I want to look at what this is? That's not A sprite. That's Dark Souls 2. A sprite mascot. Well, I guess the mascot could be this guy, right? This guy. No, wait. Croc. A sprite crocodile mascot. A sprite crocodile. This one. It says it's got an asset pack. Original background image that A sprite uses is a mock made by this person. I didn't create any of them, I simply animated them based on this one image he made. Okay, let me do this off stream. It is time. It's about time to end the stream almost. Let me download it though. I'm downloading it. Take me to the downloads, crocassets.zip. I guess I could just do it on this computer. No, I'm not gonna pay $2. You think I'm gonna pay $2? Can't believe he would just steal things for free and not pay for them. Unbelievable. Crocidle.gif. Why can't I? Oh. Wow. It's really hoping for like a sprite sheet. Sprite sheep. Water sheet. Croc sprite sheet. There it is. Okay. How about C? CDs. Got him. All right. Open this up in Paint. Can I open this in Paint? I guess I could just open in Sprite. Alright, so I want to make sure that I'm copying the one from the reference image. So it's like mid walk cycle. It appears to be... What's the other one? It appears... Do they not have the one with the leg on this side? Hey, wait, where's... Do they not have it? This is not really based on the original. This is totally different. This is derivative artwork. How can this be a run cycle if there's only one leg is going? Crop run.gif. No, but this one they do have it. Why does the sprite sheet not have it? Oh, here, wait. Is it this one? No, it's different. Just redraw it. Yeah, but like... That's more effort than time that I'm going to do it off stream. I'm going to end my stream now. Alright, so we've added various things. I will add some of the ones from Discord. And that's going to be it. Okay, we've modified build, not sh. Add puzzles. Okay. And that's it. Well, thanks for watching. I will now end the stream. Look at this anime fest. I feel like the ones we made today are really good. Wait, I didn't even check that it's solvable. I committed it without checking that it's solvable. I can't believe this. What if it's not even solvable? Can't believe this. I could do that off stream. Surely I could do this off stream. But I will do it now, in case I forget. Alright, okay, it is solvable. And it should also compile. I'm going to compile it on my other computer. It does. Okay. It's good. Okay, it's good. It's good. Alright, let's find out what day it is. Let's us raid. Alright, Science Fiction Day, Mew Year for Cat Day, Buffet Day, Saint What am I saying? New Year's Day substitute. Running up the flagpole to see if anyone salutes it day. St. Basil's Day. Swiss Cheese Day. World Introvert Day. National Buffet Day. Happy New Year for Cat Day Raid. That's an interesting one. Happy New Year for Cat Day Raid. I don't think I have like a cat related emoji, an emote. Do I? What is the most relevant? We could point at a cat. Walfa's point. Cat emoji. Cat emoji. Happy New Year for Cat Day Raid. There you go. That's something. Alright, who's streaming? Bunch of people are live. Various people are streaming. Kookjax is streaming. I've already raided her recently. Alright, what about this person? Nano Lather. You guys know Nano Lather streams? That's right, he's in the chat sometimes, and he does stream. And he's live right now. That's right, he does stream. He does. He's raided me before. And then I was like, what the freak? Hey, Hamflow's there. Hamflow's in that chat right now. He's playing Frog Monster. I don't know what that is. But he's playing it. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I should be back tomorrow with something. Variety Saturday, I don't know. You know, the thing about Variety Saturday, it's so forgettable. It's like, it's always the first 2 hours, like you might as well just skip the first 2 hours, right? If I were to go back in my VODs and like, has anything of interest happened in any Variety Saturday in the first 2 hours? Probably not. It's like nothing. There's like no content. What if for 2026 I do something different? What if I just stop doing the dolls? What if, in the interest of interesting, like, although it is engaging content for viewers, participatory content, I don't know. I will have to decide. Anyway, raid's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.